Assassins still ended up winning the lane though.
I can't believe like MVP, they haven't mixed up their first 3 bans at all, have they?
No?
I don't think our gaming has either. Like it's always been Batrider, Ember, Crop. Been their ban set.
And then I think Tinker is also MVP's first, within always the second bans.
Yeah. So like, yeah, first 3 are always the same.
Okay.
Bit of team fight set up.
I think we might see ourselves a fairly long game here with Naga Siren most likely going in a solo mid position. That would be difficult. There's a Viper being banned off by Arrow Gaming. Arrow's like, we're not dealing with that anymore. It's just, we could beat it, but it's very, very annoying.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Maybe we see the Queen of Pain then from Arrow. Oh, then it couldn't work.
10 seconds remaining.
But with Naga Siren, like Rubik,
Storm Spirit is alive.
now Storm Spirit, they got a lot of initiation and lockdown coming from MVP. But Arrow, they got a really strong team fight, but they don't have the follow-up damage into the team fight just yet. Like you can have your Weave, you can have your Naga Sleep for setup with Riptides, you can have Darkseer back into a wall, but they don't have that big damage into the fight. I mean, it's almost one of those team fights where you kind of want to see like an OD come in towards the mix-up.
I actually think Kunkka might be pretty good here, because you have the SD backup, you have the big bolt, which is going to give you more survivability on top of disruption, the heal, and then you have the Darkseer vacuum. You could vacuum bolt, like that would be pretty sick.
That would actually let you run dual lanes then too, because you can run the SD and Kunkka in mid, the Naga and Dazzle up on top. So then you start like power leveling your 2 lanes at the same time, shutting down the opposition. And Darkseer, okay, he could have some problems up against Jakiro and Rubik on the off lane. Like that's probably the only weak lane then if Arrow try and run it that way.
I mean, you could do like a Naga mid and Dazzle Darkseer off lane. Then SD Kunkka safe lane, that could be a thing as well.
Could you even try an aggro trialing with Kunkka? So Dazzle, Kunkka, and SD. Darkseer on safe, Naga in mid.
I think Kunkka does definitely, I mean he can, but he also wants like, in a trial lane he wants 1 point into Tidebringer, 1 point into Torn, and 2 points to the X for setup. I feel like he needs a lot of levels to make him work. I never seen a Kunkka trialing work before, so I'm inclined to say no, but...
MVP thinks it's still going to be their mid solo, the OD. They banned out as their last one, and that's probably them just going crap. Storm Spirit will have no mana when he hits level. What do we do with this guy? Fade that, and we get Tiny from Arrow. So this has to be. Actually, no, it doesn't have to be defensive. Again, we still set ourselves in a position where Arrow could still run dual lanes. It's definitely not going to be an aggro lane.
I'm hoping so much that this is a Tiny solo mid. Like, take 2008, get a blink dagger on that guy and just walk around the map killing stuff.
Can you really run a Tiny solo mid up against a Storm Spirit though?
No, a Storm is just so... This is a solo, is it? March, right?
Yeah, it's March.
And then you have a safe lane Storm. I think Silencer going mid is excellent against either of these 2 melee heroes, and it's going to be a Tiny mid. Just drop those last words on Silencer, and the cool thing about Silencer is that every time you get kills, you take 2 int, and for certain heroes like
"30 seconds to battle."
At least he's got that, so he'll be able to get some experience and see deciding to go for this aggressive tri-lane with the Naga.
Yep. Well, yeah, so Naga, Dazzle, Shadow Demon. This MVP tri-lane, they've got 3 ranged heroes, but by no means a strong tri-lane of ranged heroes, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, this is such a potent tri-lane right now. Like, if
they-
anyone gets put on it, it's an instant death.
Look at this killer block as well. Like, this is going to pull the weight back so much. MVP are going to be in so much danger here. Heal bomb with the Shadow Demon
打的一个
disruption
思
will be
路
such an
是
easy
小
kill,
小中路
perhaps.
对
Yeah,
蓝猫
absolutely.
啊。
And
Keep in mind the wave. The Shadow Wave deals physical damage, so Riptide will end that damage by an insane amount. There's actually a fairly cute kind of gimmicky lineup here. Mero Gaming.
Okay, explain to me how this MVP lineup's meant to work with Silencer. Because right now, I'm seeing them getting zoned out and the Silencer having no confidence to come close. And also look what he's skilled up first. Curse of the Silent. So we don't even have Last Word, we don't have Glaives, we don't have anything like this.
So Curse of the Silence is actually a fairly good spell against tri-lanes, because for 75 mana, you're essentially mana burning them. You're forcing them to use their spells. So it's a slow kind of whittling. Like, I mean, sure, he could Riptide and get rid of this, or he could just take some HP. Now, at level 1, it's not very effective, but once it gets to level 3, or once his hero's at level 3, where he can get level 2 Curse, it gets a lot better.
Downside is, though, he's going to have very little mana when he hits that point.
Yeah.
We've got Rubik throwing around right now. The SD wants to come down and de-ward that Observer Ward, but he's going to make sure he's got the Dazzle to come in. So this is actually going to send MVP blind on that bottom lane, so they can't see the other side of the tree line. Meanwhile, in middle lane, it's 7-1 up against 7-1. I thought DZ will be losing a lot more life points here, but then again...
Toss him back!
Oh, wow, that's smart. That's so smart. QO down to 130 life points after burn these last bottle charges and tangos, but tosses him back in range of the tier 1.
I want to give a shout out to Sexy Bamboo, who, in my opinion, was the best solo mid Tiny ever existed, because he was like the only person that plays solo mid. And that play just really reminded him. He always looked for plays like that. In fact, he would walk towards the Storm, and Storm thinks like, oh, I could remnant him for free, but the Tiny tosses you back and then throws an avalanche on you. And a lot of times you get very surprising first bloods. We don't see plays like this anymore, but Bamboo, you might at a TI2 and earn negative points on the Fantasy League, but I remember you're Tiny, man. I remember you're Tiny.
I'll always have the memory.
Yeah. Never forget.
No. I'm forgetting about all farm on this bottom lane for MVP because it just doesn't exist. It's a 3-1 silencer, and this is where like my major problem is. Like, mana burning is fine, but you're not feeling anywhere near confident enough to come forward. Like, Liquid Fire is the only thing you've got up right now. Jakiro is considering things like he needs Nice Wall, the Disruption, and then Riptide, and then Poison, and Marge's already down to 140 life points. He turns back into a Curse, and Johnny's actually completely out. He's got 5
He's dead, I
stick
think.
charges. I don't know if he is, man. Like, is that going to trigger him? The stick charges go, and there's the Curse into the tree line. He's actually going to tick out from this, but the first fight is on the silencer, and Johnny will be brought down by Region, but Phoenix TP'd himself into this fight too. The Nate just prop, and their offlaner is now going to go down. They give a double kill over towards Mosen. He goes for the heals, some ranged DPS onto Region, but it's not enough. He gets picked up and thrown back by the Tug. He turns around for one last attack into Region, but cannot get it. So it actually goes to Region with the double kill. Lance is injured pretty heavily here for SD. He's already looking for another opening. Keeps the poison
Radiant's
going out,
middle
looks for the
tower
second
is
stack
under
on him,
attack.
but it won't be enough. We go 2-2, but the first blood goes the way of Arrow.
The problem with that engagement is that Marge actually ran back into the fight when he was at 100%, 100
Radiant's
HP. I
top
don't know why he
tower
did
is
that.
under
Maybe he
attack.
misclicked or whatever the case was. But he didn't need to give up that first blood. I think eventually if he waited out, the poison and the curse would have got the first blood for him. Also, they need to pick up Magic 6, both sides. Because on one side you have a Shadow Demon that's spamming, Shadow Poison.
Top. Get moved very, very quick for this one. The haste rune's helping him to do so.
He's not moving
And
at
then
all.
Surge
Pull.
away. The vortex actually grabbed him halfway through the surge, and then the follow-up sprout cuts through the tree
Radiant's
line.
top
They've got
tower
enough
is
of that
under
movement
attack.
to come up to the tier 1 tower, and QO, Static Remnant, he's trying to dodge for the moment. An Iron Shell DPS is all he can really do. Hit Forever as hard as he possibly can, but there's just no follow-up to all of this.
Yeah.
The Storm Spirit's missing. They do get themselves a kill on the Darkseer. Bad rotation.
Prophet really needed that kill because he teleported bottom and died. That's not exactly how you want to start your Prophet game. And also Storm getting experience there is huge because soon we're going to have level 6 on Storm. Can you imagine Storm TPing to that bot tri lane? and just essentially ripping through it, because what stun is there? There is none.
Yep.
So I think that Storm getting that experience is huge. Does he have a teleport score on the career? He does. I think we might see some big fights coming in soon in the favor of Storm. Look towards him to save and conserve his mana. And if any opportunity, MVP takes a fight, TP, here we go.
That's actually Heen coming to the bottom lane, but yeah, sorry, not from
He's not level 6 just yet. He will get it after this wave though.
Yeah.
Mid.
Does he go straight away?
No, I think you wait for a fight. Wait for them to dive you.
Actually also very, very lucky that this Dazzle has not leveled up Grave just yet. He's not level 4, so there's no extra save. He went 2 points up into the heal instead.
I think not leveling up the Grave is the correct choice, because you are winning that tri-lane, and you want to stay aggressive. So, unfortunately right now, Storm is actually dropping quite low in terms of mana, so that TP play might actually not work out.
I got a feeling he wants to try and kill off DDZ first.
I don't think he
this
can.
Tiny is still unchecked in the middle lane.
He's got 700 HP with a Stout Shield. He's extremely tanky. In fact, if you get too close, you know, you might actually just get Avatar.
There it is, but it only drops down to half of his life points.
Yeah,
DDZ though, like look at his CS, man. He's 30 for 7 up against this 19 for 4. Dawn Spirit, obviously, he got involved in the kill, but he didn't actually get the last hit. And now this still a regeneration for his bottom lane. Nagastar, mirror image will go. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Shelling Grave has to be used on the SD, and he just TP's out. There's no stun. In fact, he pops the stick charges just in case. And now Darkseer comes into the engagement. Iron shelled up, and DDC, he got the avalanche. He'll get the toss as well, or will he? Can't get in range to bait the ice path, and now he comes in. Toss over on 2. They've already killed the Rubik. That liquid fire is really causing some problems, however. We're just forcing DDZ back. He's out of mana. Now, actually, did he trigger the regeneration rune during that?
No, he had a regeneration coming into that fight, but my question is, where's that
Dire's
Storm?
middle
They
tower
were
is
so
under
low
attack.
tower diving.
He's farming mid.
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow. Level 3 Riptide with a tiny toss. I just watched the Kiro farming directly. Like he was holding the tower with one talent, and he just got snapped from that.
Like, I would understand if you're a Dragon Knight, for example, and you just want to get a significant amount of tier 1 damage, but essentially he just pushed the wave
they're going
across the
again.
river.
Jump him in. One charge isn't enough, but
He's actually going to die.
Is he?
He needs to get healed up at
Yeah, they're
Grave.
shallow. They're shallow.
He'll walk it off.
11 life point survival. These games always seem so much harder than the other games. It's like just to get every single kill.
Mid lane,
work harder. Yeah,
it's gonna be a
drag
pull.
back. He'll defensively disrupt here right now if he needs to, and then he jumps in. Never got enough
Wrath.
time.
The Wrath came down, the damage just
Dire's
came out too
middle tower
quickly,
is
and
under attack.
nicely done. Of course, Prophet being able to involve himself in that kill also has to go to finish his Midas now. So, despite them starting with the back foot, I think their mid game is not too bad, because once Silencer gets a point into their ultimate, we'll be able to start, you know, picking off a lot of people.
Hold the advantage. In fact, saying that, they actually have never had the advantage for this game so far. It's pretty close, but not theirs. And we see a rotation. So Lance will come up and farm the top lane. Darkseer is level 8, basically. Or like, he's 9 points off. Head down towards that bottom lane, but doesn't have himself a TP scroll for it at the moment. And some help, and he's really been doing some good work here on the D-Wards. That's now the second Observer Ward I've seen him take out for Arrow on this bottom lane.
And it's so scary trying to D-ward in the river when there's a tiny mid, because you could just walk up to him and solo kill.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you time it properly or use the combo correctly, your avalanche does double damage during the duration of your toss. So
The upside though is with that Observer Ward they put on their side of the river, they're watching time.
yeah, they see him. They see him. But it's just like you're D-warding as Shakira or CM, and you're hitting up the hill and you miss like 4 times, and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna be dead.
There's a little bit of prep work coming into this middle lane. I think DDZ is trying to bait them to go on him.
He shouldn't go on DDT. He is just way too tanky for this to work.
It's with the Dazzle and the SD behind the tower. That's the reason why Arrow are hoping they go on him.
Radiant's
Well,
top
I
tower
think
is
they
under
can, because
attack.
March, if you look at him, he's turning to 6 soon. They have global. It doesn't matter if you have 2 supports behind the tiny if they can't cast any spells. In fact, I think he could go right on Johnny right now if he wants. Pop that global, gets a free kill. Oh, nice deny here on the ward. No 50 go for you.
Darkseer has a full mech though. So if he has himself a TP scroll, even with the global silence, that heal's going to come in. And Arrow actually smoke up and move. So they're going to head down, and Rubik is the closest one to them, but there's no vision anywhere because they all got dewatered.
Yep.
So smoke almost breaking. I think they got a glimpse of Rubik, and they're going to turn. Okay, region.
Global. There's the global.
The ice part's going to come in, and they do keep him out with the global silence.
It's a very
Dire's
expensive
middle tower is
spell
under
to use your
attack.
global to save a support. I would much rather use it for a kill. He's going in. He's invincible. He used half his mana doing absolutely nothing. Out of mana, and he's back out of it. And here comes the Avalanche. Great ice path, as well as a dual breath slowing him down. But here comes the TP. The tree is being made. He's fine. A lot of spells being used. What I want to say in the improper way, I'm talking about the global silence, the storm zipping in and doing nothing with his mana. Dying, so that's good.
But that's also because SD also helped them. Like he threw that, disruption out when the Avalanche was flying at the heroes, so they couldn't finish him off. Now the smoke's going to break, and that means, they probably gets a little bit of vision. They found Regen again. He's got a little bit of poison on him, and then, grabs Johnny, tosses him into the fight, and Darkseer, well, he's already used his back. He has been silenced up with the mech. For the Darkseer, they're going to be happy to keep going in. The Ice Bomb was Sprout is holding DDZ out. He's in his combo one for the moment, but now he's actually losing all of his mana. So, okay, combo is gone. They need some serious arcane moves on this Arrow gaming lineup.
They do. They really
Naga's
do.
on top lane too, also running out. So Naga sleep and TP's back to
Radiant's
base
top
again.
tower is
But it
under
looks like
attack.
Storm Spirit tried to initiate and is building into an orchid for himself.
If you're March and you could force out a couple of arcane purchases on heroes that don't normally get arcane, like namely the Tiny, but obviously he's already got the phase boots, I don't think that's too bad. But I actually don't think that, like for example, Dazzle is gonna get arcane, Darkseer gonna get arcane, I imagine, and Shadow Demon's gonna get arcane. These are normally arcane heroes, so you're not really, whatever I just said about forcing out arcanes is not really a valid point, because they wouldn't normally get arcanes anyways.
Take everything back.
I mean, you might force them to rush it a little bit earlier, like instead of getting wards or something, but I don't know.
Just like
Dire's
Lance,
top
like he's
tower
not
is
interested
under
in any of
attack.
those arcane crap. He's going straight in for drums.
Okay.
Tiny can also do the same kind of thing.
Wind Dagger Tiny, looking at you.
I think he can really get it. He doesn't need it in this one, man. He's tossing in his teammates is what does the work for him in this game.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do it himself.
The MVP Phoenix lineup is so squishy that you could just use a range factor of Tiny to just nuke him down. You don't even need to get close.
Just toss the Darkseer in. He's the kind of guy.
Sure.
He's the guy that wants to be in close too.
He has a mech.
They're going to walk around the corner here now. Lance is still farming up. They've got 4 heroes inside the Radiant jungle. If they don't find themselves a kill on the bottom lane, this timing is really for nothing. So they put the Iron Chill over on DDZ.
They
That's
have
a
global
very
up,
good
though.
time to put that Observer Ward down, though. They're 100% being watched.
They have Global available, but Global does nothing for you if you're being right-click 4v2. So they need a little bit more help coming in, and that's going to come in the form of a Storm Spirit just
Radiant's
waltzing its
middle
way down.
tower
And
is
now
under
TP.
attack.
Rubik's come to the bottom lane. So
Prophet also a TP available.
Dazzle's on his way, but Arrow going to try and initiate
Dire's
before
top
this.
tower is under attack.
Ultra's been spotted over on the side.
Dire's
So no global
structures
silence being
are
used, now it does.
fortified.
And, well, Iron Shield damage. He's actually managed to lock him into this back corner. Global silence is about to come off cooldown, which means back will work, but only over on Region, and ended up killing the Avalanche. Returning to the Darkseer. Shallow Grave actually just tossing in the Darkseer. He's used his make too. He's looking for the last hit. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and he's actually away. This Darkseer is away to safety, while back inside the battle, there's a toss from DDZ. It's a double kill for him.
TP!
TP out of here! The Ensnare is holding for Red here. They couldn't get the kill in time. It's a double kill
Radiant's
coming into the
bottom
Naga,
tower is
as
under
well as for the
attack.
Tiny, and a full team wipe against MVP.
Meanwhile, the Stormster on the back line, he was chasing for a Shadow Demon kill. He got it, but eventually got chased
Radiant's
down by the
bottom tower
Naga
is under
Siren, so
attack.
that's how he died in that fight. They really need to lock down Tiny and get the quick kill on him because he's so tanky. His toss is such a low cooldown, and if you look at MVP Phoenix, they have 5 squishy heroes. Every time the toss is coming out, it's doing a buttload of damage onto him. And also,
Radiant's
look at
bottom
his
tower
physical
is
right
under
click. It's
attack.
just like, it's hurting. Click you once, you lose like, I don't know, 20% of your health.
Well, 177 damage isn't too bad for every single.
Yeah, I guess.
Boom.
You
Radiant's
look at
bottom
Rubik,
tower is
700
under attack.
HP. Silencer pick is hit and miss for me. Like, I could feel the effect of his contribution in the game, but he's also not
Radiant's
doing
bottom
anything
tower
really
is under
effectively.
attack.
That's kind of like why I like watching be like players like Vincere when they play the silencer.
Support.
It's in a support role because you know that your silencer is going to get into a carry position once you start rolling the kill. Because the intelligence he steals is what's the most meaningful thing, and it like shoots you up through this intelligence pool. Now middle lane, okay, Storm Spirit's going to see that coming, and Naga stops it. Now, they don't have a way to control the Storm Spirit, so they're going to try and focus over on
No, they do.
And again,
They do.
They do. Severely underestimated their killing potential, and they pop the drum charge, so they're making it very fast. There's actually the Sprout, but it stops the silencer in his tracks. He doesn't have global silence, it's still cooled for 4 seconds. They try to jump in there without having it tossed back and then tossed forward. It's a game of ping pong with the support heroes. But MVP to lose another 3 heroes, and Arrow, the momentum has been gained. Over 5,000 on both golden experience and increasing quickly.
And that's why I had hoped DDZ would go for the Blink Dagger, because you saw the damage output there. Sure, there was the Soul Catcher on top, but you do have a lot of one-shot capability. One of the few heroes in the entire game that can one-shot. But it forces, you have to be close to actually make that combo work.
Yeah.
You have to toss him up and then
At the same
avalanche.
time, having those drums on him when he was able to trigger
Oh yeah,
that,
it's helpful.
let Arrow just follow that engagement. Now the Storm Spirit's going to jump in the bottom lane, goes to Naga Siren. Naga does not have fun with the Siren, so to be forced to stand here and tank, the Tiny is just going to, say, okay, bye.
Yep. Silencer did get a big kill streak here. The Curse of Silence actually missed on DDZ. Well, that's going to be fine, but I really think that at this point, Storm needs to get very, very fat and very, very quickly. Ooh, the big heal bursting him down. Also, if you look at Silencer, he's doing Bracer Gaming, which not exactly a good sign.
No.
If you're one-roll heroes doing Bracer Gaming.
No. It's almost like saying, yeah, we'll get enough kills, so I'll get my intelligence from the kill steal. Forever is trying to set a trap up here on the top lane. Not quite sure who the trap is actually for, but he started building up his Shadow Blade. All he's got right now is a Shadow Amulet. So he's hiding up on this top lane, rather deep. Soak up experience, but unfortunately for him, the creep wave is too far away. If he reveals himself now, yeah, he'll just TP back in again. It's next to be soak up.
It's called not farming.
There's a Blink Dagger on the Darkseer now, so you don't get it on the Tiny yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close. I imagine that's going to be his next
The
item.
Tiny is also invis and staring down.
He doesn't have mana, unfortunately, though. He's going to toss him to the vacuum. Toss him back. Avalanche.
I need vision.
Burn him down. Burn him down. Iron Shell. And he's going to walk it off. The Sprout's going to turn from the background. And here comes the silence.
He surged.
Nobody say anything.
But now Johnny, disruption defensive. He's going to save his teammate. No! He actually turns to try and do the aggressive disruption over on Rubik, who did steal the avalanche, so we can turn the damage around that way. But there's more TP support coming here, man. They're not giving up. Storm Spirit's going to come to this top lane and then take the 10 light years to actually reach it while they lose the tier 1 tower.
Radiant structures are
That took him forever
fortified.
to TP.
Yeah, that's like the 4th TP, so the Glyph is going to get popped on the mid lane. He's trying to walk there to slow this down. Maybe going to go for a zip deny. He's trying for it to deny it. Oh,
Radiant's middle
good
tower
attempt.
has
Good
fallen.
attempt.
Not good enough. Naga Siren takes the last hit. So she's up to 1,800 gold now on Lance, 18 minutes in.
Dire's
With
bottom
Treads,
tower is
Wand,
under attack.
Aquila, Drums. And you got your Blink Dagger on Tiny. Currently he's sitting up on the top lane, and I think he wants to TP down to that bottom lane. In fact, yep. Here comes your TP, and that one's actually the Darkseer. He'll blink himself down, sets up one Iron Shell, and then they'll release the Sprout go up, but he's locked in there with the Naga Siren, and the Darkseer back will just instantly get rid of the trees.
Is revolting.
By the way, Tiny double damage.
Dire's
Hurts.
bottom
But
tower is
he
under
just showed his
attack.
Blink Dagger in mid, as well as the DD rune.
It's fine. They know about it.
On the bottom lane from Arrow, this should easily be able to bring down that tier 1 tower, but they're looking towards DDC. Like, here comes the Storm Spirit, and then boom, away. And that's half of his mana down the drain. He's got 13 one charges on this Storm Spirit, which is really nice, but they don't have a tier 1 tower in the bottom lane, which isn't so nice.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's really hard to actually fight DDZ and the rest of Aero Gaming straight up because the burst damage is actually so high. They're looking for single target pickoff, but the people that are trying to pick off is a Tiny who is very tank, and the rest of the team is very, very like together. So I feel like the effectiveness of Storm is very well nullified by the way that Aero Gaming's playing.
The advantage just keeps going down and down. 7,000 experience, 8,000 on the gold right now for Arrow. He needs something to get control of this. Like, the Orc is not coming fast
Dire's
enough.
top tower
The
is
silence
under
for
attack.
Aghanim Scepter.
Is he actually going for it? Yeah, he is. Now, normally I'm not a big fan of Aghanim Scepter because, for example, if you look at the lineup, who's actually getting the mech? Is that a little bit more important to the team? Yeah, nobody's getting the mech.
They have a full kill lineup right now, and that's all.
Yeah, like 4-staff on Silencer will be helpful to the team as well. But he's just forgoing everything. Now, the good thing I want to say about Aghanim Scepter this game is that it gives him the necessary staying power in the fights because he needs a ton of HP to stay in the front lines. And you will get it from the Axe, so.
Arrow is completely missing on all lanes.
This gank is
MVP. Yeah, it's the most obvious smoke movement ever.
You have 3 lanes of creeps in front of the tower.
The tree goes. Okay. That actually works for them. They have a tree up on the high ground, which could be scouting out for some stuff.
They have to get this Roche. They have to get this Roche.
They won't be able to.
They have Gullible. They could Global.
They are screwed, man. They're locked in a corner. Nagas and Wolf the combo, and there's Nagas. The Global Silence didn't come in time. The Avalanche toss combo was still there for DDZ, and he got 2. Maybe with the toss he can't. He's still silenced up at the moment. They're going to finally bring down Marches running away. I'm just sticking with this one. Tosses in the Naga Illusion to take 1 kill. Storm's gone east where the skies are blue. And Regim, he's got 5 poison stacks on him. And there it goes. Johnny just releases the poison into the bloodstream. That's 3 heroes down. Nature's Prophet went back to base, and now they can also finish up Roshan. I also didn't realize that Rubik stole the Darkseer wall during that fight, but it had little to no difference.
Yeah, I mean, that play from MVP was a desperation play. They smoked up, had 3 creep waves in front of their tier 2, so Arrow's like, well, I think you're a smoke, so let's back off. So the only thing they could have went for is Roshan, but that was, again, entirely obvious.
Radiant's middle tower is
Into the
under
Roshan
attack.
pit against a Blink Vacuum.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it was crazy. Against, like, Blink Vacuum is one thing, but it's the Naga sleep.
Yeah.
Like, if Naga threw that sleep off, it would have been easy prep into the back and wall. Actually, maybe not so easy with the silencer. Yeah, Lance is just going to throw a sleep off if he can. There we go. Doesn't have a TP scroll though, so it's just waiting. And the fact that he's waiting is going to flag some serious stuff here for the Storm Spirit. Jumps one way, the Ice Blast tries to cut him, but the weave is now over.
Oh, okay.
He stole it, which means Naga can't TP out this one, and there's more support coming up. They focus on Lance. Riptide damage, almost bringing down 2-0. And the SD has to run himself away. Tiny's busy farming in the middle lane, by the way, pulling Eternal Land.
Tiny's got a blink, man. Tiny can get here very quickly. Johnny, he's got disruption for himself. He will use it right now, and it's going to be retreat on the other way. Ice Path's going to come in. Tiny, by the way, he's running fast. He's got drums. He will use it for himself. There's also blink. The smoke not going to do much. It's going to be a 4-man back in the Ava to follow up. There's a toss forward to actually do more damage. I think also actually helped him there. He's still tracing in. He's moving so fast. He's stuck between trees and towers. He's going on Heen. He's not going to get Heen. QQ stuns himself off of Craggy. I think it's time to back off, but they're being greedy. They want to kill.
It's going to make it impossible for him to do so.
Global.
And they actually use the global for him, and they need some help. There's back from the dark tier of He actually gets himself a double kill for this. He will go down to the Storm Spirit, who got 1,000 gold for ending the monster streak.
You'll trade your silencer and that Jakiro for Tiny, right? And his Aegis, you'll trade it.
But Tiny also, with that double kill and the amount of money he spent before death, he basically is 600 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter on a Blink Dagger Tiny with drums as well, 23 minutes into a game.
And after that, they're not killing him again.
Yeah, like 100% they're not killing him again. There's too many life points on him then.
Unless they get really, really farmed, which MVP Phoenix is not. Like, MVP Phoenix right now is on food stamps. They have nothing.
I would also point out the fact that Tiny, before he came in for that fight, he walked past the DD rune on the top river.
Yep.
If he picked that up and then just cut across the secret shop area,
I think they're on, man. Like, you see a fight going on and you just have your camera on the fight and you just keep right-clicking. I gotta get there fast. Spam that face.
It's a prediction to where the fight is, not where the fight will go to.
Right. So, you know, it's a common. I don't call it error. It just happens.
No.
Storm though. At Ogre Club. So now his job in this game is to just pinpoint a support, get a kill, move on to the next.
Bomb. No bomb. No bomb. There's only one bomb. The Avalanche toss off, but he didn't get the kill.
He messed up the combo? Did he right click or?
No, he actually he avalanche tossed and then tried to attack, but the Shadow Blade got off from Nature's Prophet in time. So Prophet took the entire combination.
I'm surprised that Prophet survives that.
He must have had straight treads on at the time because he's back at base with Intel treads now.
Dark light.
Radiance is online, so if Tiny wasn't enough to worry about, if the Darkseer wasn't enough to worry about.
Stormspirit has his Orchid, dude.
Alright, man.
With that Orchid, he could take Darkseer out of the fight. Until Darkseer
Here's the thing, like,
BKB, then he's in trouble.
if you want to look at it objectively, the Orchid essentially is not adding anything to the team right now, because they have Global. Like,
True.
So they should be taking the Darkseer out of the fight.
So the Orchid is mainly for pick-off then. It's pick-off
Right,
before the
right.
fight begins.
I mean, the Orchid also has a mini Dagon effect, right? If you do enough damage. So there's that too. The mana regen is nice. I mean, this is okay, he's just silenced the melee creep. That's the way to start.
Wait, what?
And misclicks happens, you know.
Well, that was the... I wasn't even looking at the jump. I was looking at the arms getting flown out.
He walked up to Naga, pulled the Naga and silenced the creep, and proceeds to jump down with the rest of his mana.
Maybe at least for his own sake, I didn't look at that for the people on this live stream. Don't worry about that being sent to your mum.
Meanwhile, March, I think he's figured out the secret of silencer. He says, alright, I'm stealing in, right? Then he has 3.0 agility gain, right? Now you buy strength items. You win the game.
I'm... No.
He's got an Ogre Club and the Courier, man. Like, this is a secret.
No.
Why do you think he brought it out in the last game?
I'm... Oh, no. I can't in good conscience support this build. No.
This is not the TI4 secret strat?
No. Like,
Okay.
like if you're playing a core silencer, I'd expect him to be as aggressive as the Storm Spirit. Like to have 4 stops, to have blink daggers, to jump in there, to just sit there and say, come at me boys, I have all the light points in the world. If you die next to me, I get intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, that's one way to play it, but that's not a way to win it.
Well, I mean,
Radiant's
You
bottom
need to be
tower
the
is under
aggressive
attack.
factor. You need to be taking this intelligence. You must be snowballing with this intelligence gain.
another way to look at it is to build your item aggressively. None of this double bracer BS, right? You go for that Hex. You go for the 4-staff. You go for the big int items, which
Yeah.
naturally don't give you the strength. So, you're right. I'm not sure about blinking into 5 and say, come at me. I would be saying, I'm going to build
Radiant's
aggressive
middle
items that
tower
extend
is
well
under
into the
attack.
late game.
Yeah. Yeah. But even the confidence in himself, dude. He's level 11, and he's got as a core silencer. Like, if it was a support silencer, then I could be okay with this.
Well,
But-
he was in a trialing, so there's that.
True, but he's only got the 1 point up in the Glaives of Wisdom. So intelligence to damage is currently at 30% instead of the possible 75%. So he's basically saying, I don't have intelligence right now. Like, he is, like, the early stages of Forrest Gump.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Messed up.
Hey, you can't knock Forrest Gump, man. He got Jenny. Anyone ever says, like, oh, Forrest Gump. Like, dude, he got Jenny. I say no more. Carrots.
Jenny died.
Forrest Gump.
It's
Yeah.
it's past 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So it's off the. I could spoil it.
Yes, yes. Jenny died of cancer. She very, very risque
Radiant's
life
bottom
died of
tower
cancer.
is under attack.
Very, very sad. They
Dyer's
created the
top
one
tower
tile.
is under attack.
Very same forest. So we can continue.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Duo is waiting for the opportunity to jump himself in at the moment.
I don't think you could jump anything. It's time to back out.
I'm not sure either, man. They had everyone up here on the top lane, apart from Nature's Prophet, who was just trying to hold all the other lanes in position. They were looking for a kill. They were looking for a kill.
They weren't getting it because by the time when they were smoking up, okay, look at the mid tower or look over my camera. When they smoke up, there was 6 creeps hitting the tower right here.
Yep.
Nobody defended that.
Yep. Oh, we've been balanced by Trans. I apologize to Trans. I messed with his level because people are always saying I was too loud over the co-casters. Yeah, he was too loud.
Radiant's top tower
I'm a
is under attack.
soft-spoken lad.
It was also with Draskell. Like, Draskell is like a mouse when he talks.
That when he gets angry.
Yeah, when he gets angry, like, that stuff penetrates walls.
Anyway,
Back at the tiny farming at 4,000 gold, taking ancient areas. At this
Net worth.
It's, I can't take my eyes off it. It took me 20 minutes before I finally built up the courage to bring it up. But dude, if you also look at the gold, 17 to Arrow, 14,000 in the experience. If Arrow actually lose this game right now, they deserve to lose the best of 5. That's a little bit harsh to say, but they are so far ahead that their ticket into the main competition of TI4 is basically stamped. All they gotta do is pick it up from the concierge.
Seen crazier things happen in Dota.
Happened today, in fact.
It happened today.
There's been some weird crap happen today. But they're going to group up and come as, no, actually not as 5, but you're going to B-team Naga Siren. So she'll come in with the... Wave up on this top lane, and if they can actually blink, bomb, March, they're dead. One more swing, with the ice chill damage. And the heal from Dazzle, which got the kill. And Regent, he's going to jump in for the back of the wall. He got 3 heroes here. The wall will be stolen, however, and the macro fire is actually causing some real problems here for Johnny. But at the same time, there's 3 heroes in the sideline. For Rev, he'll get avalanche through. The gem is on the deck from the Dazzle, which will now be stolen by the Storm Spirit, who's going to jump of maybe 1 inch to have. But the tier 2 tower is in fact getting beaten down by DDZ. 4 heroes on the sideline. 4 still up for Arrow. The glyph is actually, in my mind, being wasted because they're going to move up towards the high ground. Now they're battling regeneration.
They are pretty low. They're pretty low. Storm can actually come back here, perhaps force a kill, but Storm's on the bottom lane already getting slept up, forcing a kill on the Naga Siren.
Actually, they just go for Roshan now. He's back up again.
Why not?
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower
If you're taking a tier 2 tower, you just take Roshan.
But March dying there actually cost them quite a bit because looking at the fight, it looks very lopsided in terms of 4-1, but that's really because there was no global in that fight. I think if global really would have prevented what Darkseer as well as Naga could have done, or at least a big part of that, and the team actually doesn't lack too much in terms of the first damage. Like you drop down Macropyre, down a couple of Ice Path, that could turn the tide of the fight.
Yeah.
But obviously they are down still by a lot. Item, everything.
I have Lincoln Sphere being built over on this Naga Siren.
I mean, I think Arrow's already getting to a point where you think cast their spell for 5 seconds and still win their fight. Now, I think Global has already reached his peak. So how to win a fight for MVP. I don't think it'll win a fight for MVP, even if you use it at the most perfect time.
Even when you get your Acronyms upgrade? The duration of 7 seconds, man.
Right.
Works on anything Invis, because they have Invisitor.
Can they survive being right click by 10 seconds from Tiny?
No. Like after Tiny finally finishes up his mana stuff, he's not going to care. Like the Orchid, in fact, from Storm Spirit cannot go on Tiny. It's only Global Silence that can control him. And even then, it's got BKB.
Well, you have to do it after BKB.
Yeah.
It will go through BKB. Now, if you're next level, you get a refresher on Silencer.
Radiant's middle tower
Let it
is
rip,
under
man.
attack.
Like,
When is he going to find that much money, man?
he's got an Acceptor.
You are ever the optimist.
He ain't dying again. Trust me. I believe in March.
You believe in March?
Not dying again.
I believe in March when it's combined with the Tinker and DDZ. That's when I believe in March. Right now, like, to believe in March, yeah, to believe in, like, Scientology.
That shit real, man.
I don't have the money to be involved. Work in eSports. Sorry, people.
But Toby, your eSport cash. You show me that wad of cash.
What of cash?
Yeah.
I have nothing, man. I have nothing. Why do you think you came to the good studio and not joined Dota? Here's $5 million for me. Come and join us.
That eSport bling bling.
That's what it's all about, man.
Dyer's structures
Pushing
are
high ground is
fortified.
Arrow. And, well, this push from MVP, while it's actually not
Oh,
even...
Avatar, QQ, get out there. Wrong way. Wrong way. No, what is
Whoa!
The global came down, but it...
Toss him back again! Round 2, he hates Johnny. He has a passion against Johnny. He's out of mana. He's got no mana.
He's fine.
He can jump up one.
Jump,
Now,
jump.
boom, he's
No!
on the way. He didn't go up. He needed to go up, and now Tiny chases him. 82 seconds on the sideline. The stands over on the roof again. Look at Tiny. He is just firing at all.
Radiant's bottom
Off back down by Phoenix, but now the wall goes in, and Tiny to the middle of it all. They do bring him down, but the agency model will trigger. He'll come back up again, and Naga stops everything. The global silence already been used, and Tiny, he tosses and kills, instantly makes his profit. Cleaves down, he's looking for the hit, he's just too slow, but he's coming over towards him. Swings once, he picks up the gem. There's an ultra kill for DDC, and it's about to be more. The toss is up, and he throws himself into a rampage. The Sprout will hold him in position.
Oh,
wait,
he wants more.
no, you can't hold
Double
that in
it.
position.
Double it.
He can't. He bought Sentry once. He bought Sentry once he came in close. He needs a little bit more. He needs someone to toss. It's not enough, but it's GG. Arrow will advance themselves all the way through in the best of 5 grand final, going 3-1 up against MVP. Arrow will go into the main competition of TI4, but still massive props must be given to MVP. They've come through the SEA qualifier. Korean Dota